Well, good afternoon everybody. Welcome back. Jiujitsu2000 here today. I'm back. Today I want to talk about a new offering that I just found out about from Sofirn. This is a headlamp that runs on a single 18650 lithium-ion rechargeable battery. I've been looking at this light and I thought it would be a good one for review, so I brought one in and I want to share it with you. Here's what the packaging looks like. Comes in a very simple plain box. Nothing fancy. Very simple. So we're going to lift this tab up and open the contents of the box. We'll set that down for a second. Right now we're going to see the owner's manual. This is model SP40. And there are some of the specs that the light has. So if you want to pause and maybe take a screenshot or read that, feel free to do so. In fact, while we're here, let's go ahead and talk about it. It has low of 5 lumens, which will last for 220 hours, which is approximately 9 days or something like that. 11 meters of throw on low, 29 candela, and then you can go up to medium of 90 lumens, 15 hours of runtime, 38 meters of throw, and I can't read those numbers, kind of small. The candela 357, don't quote me, my eyes aren't working too good today. Then you go up to high, 450 lumens, 4 hours and 10 minutes of runtime, 85 meters of throw, and 1800 on the candela. And it does have a turbo mode of 1200 lumens, an hour and 50 minutes of runtime, 136 meters of throw with 4620 as the candela rating. It has an impact resistance and a waterproofness of 1 meter. So 3.28 feet on the drop test and 1 meter of IPX7, which is underwater for 1 meter, so 3.28 feet. So that's pretty cool. I'm very excited about this light. I think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to compete with a lot of the lights that we see coming from other manufacturers. You know, they're definitely hitting a home run on the price point on this. I was able to pick this up on a sale, and I picked this one up for $21. Now, the normal price that I'm seeing right now at the time of me filming this video is around $26. So the first thing I'm going to see once I get past the owner's manual is the part that goes around your head. It's got a nice looking strap. Okay, and it does have a strap that goes over the top of your head. One thing that I'm always concerned about when it comes to headlamps, especially the ones that have the 18650s, is this part right here. I like it that it's rubber. It's not some plastic that's gonna break. It's rubber, and it looks like this is built very well. So that's kind of cool. Very durable, nice flexible rubber. Looks like that's gonna hold up for a long time. You can see that it says Sofirn right there. So I thought that was neat. We'll set that aside. Now right here we have the lamp. We'll talk about that in a minute. And the next thing that we see inside is this little battery tube. Talk about that in a second. Looks like we have a couple spare O-rings, and that's how we're going to get that IPX7 rating. So 2 spares. I think that's neat that they do that, that they throw those in there. There is a pocket clip, or a belt clip, so you can stick this on the light. You can orient it like this, and if you have a chest strap or something like that on your backpack, you can put this across that strap and have the light shining outward. This belt clip is very tight, so I'm going to use a key here to help me get that baby off. My fingers just don't have the strength to do it for me. So you can apply the belt clip here or here, and so you have a couple different orientations that you can put it on. So you could pop it on right there, just like that, and you could have the light facing downward, you know, hanging from a strap or something like that, or like the way I showed just a minute ago. So I thought that was pretty cool that they include that with the light. And that is a solid belt clip. That thing is steel. It's very strong. So here's a closer look at the light itself. You can see the machining of the light is very nice. It's knurled here on the tail cap. There's a look at the lens. Looks like the LED is at an angle. It's a little offset inside there. Got a nice eggshell or orange pill type reflector. This is a glass lens. Right on the top of the light you can see the power button. Makes like a clicking sound. And right here on the back there is a USB charging port. So it's a micro USB charging port. Pretty cool. And the rubber part sets in there. You just kind of push it in with your thumb. Make sure it's in there all the way, otherwise you might lose that IPX7 rating. So yeah, the light looks like it's manufactured very well. Very clean, nice looking light. Set that aside. Let's take a look and see what's else inside. We have the charging cable, USB 2 to micro USB. So we can use this on our solar panel, our battery bank, our wall outlet at home, in the vehicle, things like that, portable generator. That's to charge the light. And then last but not least, the last thing we see here is this card. So if you want to contact Sofirn, if you have any problems or anything like that, feel free to give them a call, shoot them up on Facebook, send them an email. And then on the back here it says join Facebook Sofirn Deals Group. Grab super deals and win free items. Everybody likes free stuff. That's pretty cool. So let's take a look, and I'm curious what the battery looks like on this thing. Looks like the machining is very nice. Now you can see that there is an installation card right here. A lot of flashlights put installation cards in their lights when they ship them. Sofirn's no different. This is so that the light doesn't arrive with a dead battery, or so that it doesn't turn on during shipment and create heat and potentially a fire or something like that. So we're going to remove that. You can take a look inside the tail cap. Got a nice spring in there. Looks pretty good. And then inside the barrel of the light, you can see it's fairly thick, and right here you've got that O-ring. Okay, so when you install the tail cap on there, and when you squeeze that down, that little portion there goes over that O-ring and it squeezes it, and that's how you get that IPX7 rating. Here's a look at the battery. This is a rechargeable lithium-ion battery running at 3.7 volts. It's an 18650 battery, and it also operates at 3000 milliamp hour. Looks like a good battery. Nice markings for the positive and negative sides or terminals. There's the negative and there's the positive. So it's pretty cool, standard battery. Now we're going to go ahead and insert the battery into the light, just like this. And then we will plug in the tail cap. Now if we wanted to charge the light, we would take that off, plug in that charging cable, and give it a good charge. It's just a beautiful light. Now what I want to do is I want to take this battery tube off, this larger 18650 battery tube. I want to take that off for a second. We'll leave the battery in it. And we're going to take a look at this smaller battery tube. This is in case you want to run a standard CR123 battery. Now I'm going to check and see if it's threaded on both sides. And it is. And I think what I'll do is I'll orient it this way so that the belt clip is on the tail cap switch side of it, or the tail cap side of it. So I'm going to thread that in real nice. We're going to put this standard CR123 in there, and then we will screw the tail cap on. That light looks very nice in such a small package. Very nice. So how do you turn the light on? You push this button and the light will turn on. It will turn on to the last setting that was accessed, whether it's low, medium, or high. Now to change modes, we're just going to push and hold that button, and it's going to cycle. Low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. Now from high, if you want to get to turbo, you double click and you get to turbo. If you push and hold, you'll get back to low. So it's very simple to operate this light. Medium, high, low. Now let's take a look at the 18650 and see. Now, as far as I'm concerned, the run times are going to change, but the brightness levels are going to be the same. Now, another thing that I want to make note of is this will operate on a single CR123, not dual CR123. So don't get the idea of putting two of these guys in here, because that's going to really damage the light, because the operating voltage is going to be too high. So let's put the tail cap on. We will turn the light on. There's low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Now you can see here there's an indicator on the top. It's green right now, and if you notice earlier when I had this battery in there, that indicator was red. That's a battery indicator. And so you basically have three things. You got green, which is good, above 30%, red, below 30%, flashing red, replace your battery. There's that turbo. Boy, that's bright. Look, we got a flashing red. I didn't charge this battery. The safe working voltage of this light is anything between 2.8 volts and 4.2 volts. So you can run the single CR123s. Okay, these are the lithiums. You can run singles, but don't get the idea of putting two of these in, because then that's going to increase your operating voltage, and it's going to be too high of a voltage, and it's not going to operate on this light. In fact, you'll probably tear the light up. The dimensions of this is 108 millimeters long, and the diameter of the head is 25 millimeters. The flashlight body is made out of aircraft grade 6061 aluminum alloy. The lens is made out of glass. And when we talk about the IPX7 rating of 1 meter underwater, you can keep it underwater for 30 minutes. There is reverse polarity protection in case you were to install the battery incorrectly. It does have a memory which will remember the last mode accessed, with the exception of turbo. So low, medium, or high, it will remember that. So if we turn it on, for example, let's cycle through. Let's say we're on low there. We turn the light off, it'll come right back on to low. If we go up to medium and we turn it off, it'll come right back to medium. And then if we cycle on up to high, turn it off, it'll come right back to high. Now if we go to turbo, it won't do that. This light also has what they call advanced temperature regulation, or ATR technology. ATR will adjust the brightness level of the light automatically when the driver temperature reaches 55 degrees centigrade to prevent overheating. Now here in Arizona where I live, I might see that. It might be something that I run into. Now the switch works very simple. A short click turns the light on or off. While the light is on, if you hold the button down, you're going to cycle through the modes: low, medium, high, low, medium, high. And then if you double click from any of those low, mediums, or highs, you're going to go to turbo, and then one single click will go to the last setting you were on. So if you were, let's say, on low, and then you double click, you're going to get that turbo, and then a single click will take you back to low. Pretty cool. That's really tight. Holds that thing very good. One thing I just noticed is just rotating this alone, those straps are so tight that it rotates the head. So if you do that, you know, don't be surprised if it rotates the head and the light doesn't work. So make sure everything's nice and tight. Put it on your head. See how that strap feels. Oh, that's comfortable. It's a comfortable strap. You got the power button right here. Very simple. Low, medium, high. Turbo. One thing that kind of surprises me is I didn't know that this light did not have a strobe. So it's very simple light, just low, medium, high, turbo. Four different lighting levels. Low, medium, high, turbo. Very basic. Very simple, very easy to operate. I think that's so cool that they include both battery tubes. So it really opens up the options for you as to doing some different things. So I think that's super cool. Probably making it really small, just in case you wanted to do it like on your strap and make it real small. Look at that funny hair. So there we go. We're on low, medium, high, turbo. That's pretty cool. It's a nice light. I like the simplistic nature of it. It's very simple. You can see that that battery is dead. Needs to replace that battery. That indicator is something that I really like. It's nice when you're out and you have some sort of visual indicator. If you take a closer look right here and you see how this is in the rubber, it kind of stretches this rubber out a little bit. Your pocket clip here so that you could hang this baby on a chest strap on your, you got a strap on your bag or strap on your backpack. That would be a nice small EDC light. You could actually carry that in your pocket. This does not have a lockout mode. I think you could probably turn this tail cap down a few turns and get somewhat of a lockout mode so it won't turn on, like a mechanical lockout. That'll also relieve a little pressure that's on that O-ring, but it's not going to be IPX7 at that point. Okay, here we go. Let's take a bath. Let's turn this baby on. We are on low. We're all the way down underneath the water. Everything's working just fine. Take it out. We have a green indicator that our battery's good. Medium, high, low, medium, high, turbo. Back to low. So that thing works good underwater. IPX7, we could leave it under there for 30 minutes, no problem. Change modes underwater. Low, medium, high, turbo. So if you were wanting to snorkel or something like that, you're going to be on the surface of the water, this would be something that you could use. Plug this thing in, it gives us a flashing red indicator. I'm guessing that the power indicator will change as the charging process goes. So I'm guessing it'll go to a solid red and then eventually to a green. Okay, I'm out here in the shop. You can see I have the Sofirn model SP40. You can see that there is a red flashing indicator. I am operating on low mode of 5 lumens. And this one, I have a single CR123 battery in this light. Again, you can see the red flashing indicator that the light is dying, the battery's dying rather. And I'm looking at the floor and stuff right now. You can't really tell too much in the camera, but I can honestly tell you that the camera doesn't justify. This thing does put out some decent light on this setting. Now the run times are going to fluctuate because I'm using that single CR123. So if you wanted to read something, this 5 lumen setting is really good for stuff like that. If we want to go up to 90 lumens of medium, this is a better setting for what I'm looking at now. I can see the motorcycle down there. I can see some of the stuff on the shelves. This is definitely a better setting, again medium. And then if I go up to high, we're going to bump it up to 450 lumens. And I can't stress it enough, the run times are going to be different because I'm operating on a single CR123. And if I go up to turbo, there's turbo, 1200 lumens. It's pretty good. Nice and bright. I am on low right now. This is 5 lumens. And on this setting, it'll last for 220 hours or 9 days. Now if I go up with the camera a little bit, you can kind of see what's going on. It does a pretty good job on this setting. But let's go up to medium. Medium is 90 lumens. And on this setting, using an 18650 battery, 3000 milliamp hours, it'll run for 15 hours. So that gives you a pretty good amount of light. You can see that it's got a little bit of a hot spot, but it's got a big flood, so they have a nice balanced beam on this light. and you can see the indicator, the battery indicator right there is green, so we have above 30% of our battery life. Now if I go up to the next setting, I'm going to go up to high. This is 450 lumens, and this will last for 4 hours and 10 minutes. That's a good setting. Very bright. You can see everything that's going on. I like this setting a lot. And then if we go up to turbo, we get the full 1200 lumens, and this will last for an hour and 50 minutes. So this is a really nice light. It puts, I love the pattern. It's got kind of a flood, but it also has a little bit of a spot. It's got that little hot spot in the middle. So let me go ahead and cycle through the modes once again. So let's go down to low. You can barely see what's going on. The camera doesn't justify what's going on here, but this setting, I can clearly see that blue tarp with the bricks and stuff on it. It works pretty good. Again, 5 lumens for 9 days. Medium, 90 lumens, 15 hours. High, 450 lumens for 4 hours and 10 minutes. And again, let's go back to turbo. A total of 1200 lumens for an hour and 50 minutes. Well folks, we're to the point of the video that a lot of you might be wondering about, and that is, what are my final thoughts on this light? First thing I'm going to tell you is they did not send this out for review. I picked this up with my own money. I paid about $21. I found this on a lightning deal on Amazon, but the current going rate for this light is around $26 at the time of me filming this video. Now with that $26, let's say if I would have spent that, I think it's well worth that. I think 1200 lumens with a battery indicator, I think that's a very good price point to be getting those features. 1200 lumens, you have a battery indicator, you got a 3000 milliamp hour battery, and you also have a battery tube so you can expand the possibilities of this light by running a single CR123 battery. Again, I'm going to remind you, please do not put 2 CR123s using this tube. It's going to be outside of the operating voltage. I don't know what will happen. Probably fry the light. But I think for 26 bucks, this is a big bang for the buck. I really like this head strap. Very comfortable. I like that it comes with a pocket clip. Comes with 2 spare O-rings. I think it's a good light for 26 bucks. I would trust it. You know, out in the field, you can charge on the light. I just think it's a good light. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below and let me know what you think. Also, I'll put links in the description box where you can find this light. And until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day, and thank you for stopping by. If you like the content that you see on my channel, please help me out by hitting that subscribe button and clicking that notification bell. Those things help me. They help you too. When I upload content, they'll remind you that there's new videos that you can watch. Thanks again. Bye for now.